All right, so another season has ended. So I took the time this morning to update my spreadsheets, and I actually found a couple errors and made some refinements. So that was a good exercise. The biggest thing is, updating the market prices from Steam Peak, which takes a little while. That is all. I've streamlined that a little bit, so it only takes me, let's call it 20 minutes to do everything, as opposed to the hour or so before. And then I vastly streamlined the collection of the free-to-play accounts, the Herons accounts, as far as parsing the transaction data and stuff. So that was actually a good little exercise to do this morning. So what are the results? That's what everybody wants to know. 554 Steam, 17 SPDs, 268,000 Dark Energy Crystals, which comes to a total of $319, which is kind of terrible, actually. So you can see that, so the Steam and the SPDs being down, that is because, with the new bulk view and the rental updates for discontinuing ongoing contracts, I was able to discontinue a bunch and still have not set up replacements yet. So that is coming. So that should go up next season. Dark Energy Crystal were down quite a bit. So if you look here on the season ending day, we've got 46,000 versus 98,000. So what I think has happened, there's 87,000 back here. What I think has happened was that the Herons system, TC Polymath, was saying that a bunch of stuff was stuck in Steam Engine and things were being slow to process. So I'm hoping that is the majority of the problem, the missing 50,000 plus Dark Energy Crystals. But even without that, see, in the previous season we had, let's see, 352 or no 252,000, and then here we had 222, so down a bit. And if we go over to my account summaries, I actually updated this sheet so that I could see the changes more readily. So these are the different accounts, USD deck value as far as not dark energy crystal, but the value of all the cards in the account, and the US dollar value of last season's yield. We got some new untamed ones, and I can actually change this now. I can just say I want to look at season 10, I want to look at season 5, I want to look at whatever. So last season in my counting was season 11. And then here I can see season over season change. So it allows me to identify pretty quickly some problems. So like Great Blue Heron was down 36,000. This is my champion deck that I have partnered with. So that's probably a good chunk of the missing stuff, basically. So I'm hoping that that resolved itself today or tomorrow. But some other like weak performers, I can see here, if anybody had good luck. So like this one had good luck compared to last season. It's up, 50% in Dark Energy Crystal value, and up, even more, double compared to 2 seasons ago. So that's good as well. And with the rewards cards, sometimes you get legendary, sometimes you get gold foils, sometimes you don't. So there's going to be some variance. But when I look at seasons overall, we can see that we're round about 11, 12, 13,000 Dark Energy Crystals per account, and last season was 8. So that's a problem. And like I said, I'm hoping that is resolved shortly. Because it should be. I don't think everybody would have bad luck all simultaneously. That doesn't make much sense. But even with this terrible situation that we have here, I'm still, 16% on assets, which is, better than everything else essentially, and that's a terrible case. So yeah, I think we're doing okay. And if we want to look at the currency value chart, let's update this to what line? 125? Or no, that's a 174. All right, so we go up there. Let's update this chart. Select data. 174 and 174. Okay, let's try that again. These other series. There we go. 24. Okay, so that updated everything. Okay, so in U.S. dollar terms, dark energy crystals have been bouncing around between 80 and 90 cents per thousand, and so that actually brings up a point that I'm going to be looking at in my next video, which is, so if you go on the market, you can see that dark energy crystals you're getting credit at 90 cents per thousand if you use your dark energy crystals in the Peak Monsters market. However, you can buy stuff from Splinterlands, like packs and potions and whatever, and they give you $1 per thousand. So that's going from 90 to $1. That's an 11% increase of arbitrage that you get. So if you're in a pack buying mood, then right now, as long as the dark energy crystal cost is below $1 per thousand, it's worth it to buy the dark energy crystals and then redeem them basically for packs. The problem there is that if we go to the packs, and they have their calculator here. Even if we look at the best case scenario with 500, so you're spending $1.74 and you're getting on average $1.37 of cards. So that's more than the 10% gain that you have on the dark energy crystal arbitrage. So right now, it's still better to buy direct on the market and then build your decks that way. So that's something to keep an eye on. So you have the discount from the dark energy crystal arbitrage against the expected pack value, and you have to weigh those two things. Plus, you have to add in what you think the claims on airdrops is worth. And I actually made a little spreadsheet for that. So, let's see. Like if I buy 575 right now, we're at 830. Watch this number here. So that's worth 130 bucks, or 160 bucks. And that's just kind of a wild guess at these values. But I think they're semi-reasonable. Legendary summoners are pretty expensive. And we're gonna have the Dragon Summoner. Maybe that's not 30, maybe that's 20. So whatever assumptions you put in here will change the values. So let's say $575 packs is worth $100 worth of claims in the airdrops. Then we have to look at, is it still worth it or not to buy the packs versus buying direct. So adding the $100, that's another 10% on the $1,000 500 pack cost. So now we're going from $1.74, and we're getting an additional 20% break. So let's do just equal 174 times 0.8. Let's do. Now we're at 139. Okay, so that's actually right on with the pack value. So that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm going to explore that more in my next video because I saved up 1 million dark energy crystals, which is enough to buy the 500 pack. So we're going to see whether I do that or whether I just buy cards direct.